Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. It's July and it's that time of the year when a lot of student visas are getting processed. To stay ahead of the pack, I would highly recommend that you respect the timelines of the procedure. Now, if you're an Indian student going to France for studies, you will be applying for a Long Stay Schengen student visa. There are two steps in this process. The first is your Campus France interview and the second is your VFS appointment for your biometrics. Now, in this video, we'll be focusing mainly on the Campus France interview. Campus France is like a gatekeeper for the French institutions. They will verify your academic and your identity documents before you move on to the next step. They will also issue you with a no objection certificate, which will be required when you apply for the actual visa. Okay, first things first. You need to make an account on Campus France. To create an account on Campus France India, go to www.india.campusfrance.org. And once you've created the account, make sure that you have this list of documents ready with you. The first would be your updated resume. Make sure that it has your full name and your current address, along with the work experience, your academic qualifications and all of that. The second would be your contract with your future school. Now, it's important to make sure that you upload a signed copy on the portal. The third would be your letter of inscription. Your letter of inscription or your letter of registration is something that the school will provide to you once you have confirmed your seat in their program after paying a deposit of like XX amount. And then is your 10th, 12th and your degree transcripts. Make sure that your name and your birth date are matching in all of these documents. Moving on, it's the degree that you'll have to be uploading on the site. Now, I understand that a lot of you might not have your official degrees yet, in which case it's completely okay to upload the provisional certificate as long as it's signed and stamped by the issuing authority. Next is your IELTS certificate. Please note that this is not a compulsory document, and especially if your school has waived off IELTS for you because you studied in English in your undergraduate degree or something, it's completely okay to not upload this document. Next would be your French language certificates. Again, if your course is in English, this is not mandatory to upload, but it's a good idea to upload them if you have these documents. Next would be if you have had work experience, then your appointment letter and your relieving letter. If you don't have your relieving letter yet, go and talk to the Campus France manager or write to them and seek out some solutions. Next would be your achievement. Now this is your area to really strengthen your profile. Go ahead and upload all of the certificate for some major events that you won, participations or anything that you think might strengthen your profile. The next, you would also be required to write a 1500-word essay as to why you chose France to study and why this particular institution. Once you have uploaded all these documents and they've been accepted, you will be asked to pay a fee of 17,500 rupees, which is the Campus France processing fee. Now, this is not the visa fee, so don't get confused. That is the fee that comes later when you go to the VFS appointment part. Okay, so now once you pay this fee, in a few days you will get a date and time as to when your Campus France interview will be. Make sure that you have a hard copy of all of these documents and your passport ready with you when you're doing the interview. Now, let's talk a little bit about the interview itself. Consider this interview as more of a healthy conversation between you and the Campus France manager. He or she basically wants to understand why you chose France to study and why this particular institution. So this is also your time to feel free and ask any questions that you may have where you're not really getting an answer on the internet. Now this is super important. Your financial proof, accommodation proof, flight tickets, travel insurance, etc. are not required at this point. This is something that you will require later down the line, but I would highly recommend that you get started with this process because you wouldn't want to get stuck with higher prices and a lot more inconvenience further down the line. Feel free to comment below with any questions that you have and I'll be happy to answer. So happy interviewing, and until next time.